Well, most states of the Federation have stepped up measures to combat the activities of criminals masquerading as herdsmen. And that's according to an investigative report by our sister outfit, the state newspapers. State governments, in conjunction with the police and other security agencies, have devised various means of checking the influx of the herders and monitoring the activities of those already in their domains. The efforts, it was learned, were geared towards preventing the ongoing crisis in Oyo and Ondo states, where communities and the government are at loggerheads with the herdsmen from spilling to more states. The Ondo State government and some communities in Ondo State had last week given the herdsmen ultimatum to vacate the forest reserves, citing their alleged involvement in kidnapping, rape, and killings in the states. However, in a bid to de-escalate the tension, governors of the Southwest Geopolitical Zone are meeting with Miyetti Cattle Breeders Association of Nigeria, the umbrella body of herdsmen in Nigeria. Well, for more on this, the spokesperson for Nigeria's socio-political group, AFENIFERE, and a public affairs analyst, Yinka Odunmakin, joins us now on Newsday. Yinka, glad to have you join us.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good, wonderful. Shouldn't we be concerned, by we I mean Nigerians, of the danger of stigmatizing people? I mean, saying herdsmen in one fell swoop should leave a state. Should we be able to determine who are criminals and then who are legitimately doing the business of cattle rearing, known as herdsmen?
Thank you. The governor of Ondo State has not asked us herdsmen to leave Ondo State. All he said is that leave our forest reserves. You are human beings, you are Nigerians, you are claiming you are Nigerians. You are not animals who can just go and occupy forests without any authority. Even in Oyo State, even when we know all the atrocities the herdsmen are committing, which has moved somewhere like Sunday Igboho to say they should leave Oyo State, you can see that AFENIFERE has openly told Sunday Igboho, we have not reached that stage where individuals will be asking fellow citizens to leave a part of the country. You remember that when coalition of Northern Group asked Igbo men to leave the North, we were against it. So, we are law-abiding citizens who want peace in Nigeria, but it's unfortunate that the federal government of Nigeria will turn itself to the first line of encouragement to herdsmen to disobey the constitutional authority in those states, and be encouraging anarchy and incitement to violence, which other Fulani groups have also done. All we are saying is that, and you can even see the magnanimity of Yoruba people, that our governors have agreed to hold a meeting with cattle rearers on a Monday morning, which will be a busy day for them. It shows how we are committed to peace. Can the northern governors use the Monday morning to meet, let's say, Yoruba people who are causing trouble in the north? They will have shown them fire.
Mr. Odunmakin.
Yes.
This might be the very issue that many people feel is at stake here. It's this binary way of seeing things. Already you're casting a kind of us against them perspective. And I saw a particular, I think it was Gani Adams, who said the North will be resisted in Yoruba land. These kinds of incendiary remarks, I'm sure you are aware, they don't go towards peaceful coexistence.
Well, if these things they are mutual, do you know, have you forgotten that a first-class monarch, Olufofifon, was killed on the street in the afternoon in Ondo State? The daughter of a very leader, Funke Olakore, she was murdered on the streets in Ore. After almost 2 years, the police SARS arrested Miyetti people, including the officials who killed her. In Oyo State, just this morning, read your papers, they have collected, alleged to have collected over 50 million naira as ransom. They have raped 75 women and they are killing people. Can our people go to their own land and do this without consequences?
Now,
they will have declared war.
Yinka, you're still. Let me still toe the line
Yeah.
of my colleague. Shouldn't stakeholders like you, the governors, the Miyetti, all of Nigeria, I mean stakeholders, shouldn't they be looking at the best possible means to settle this amicably than stoking the embers of war?
No, we have proposed amicable settlements from 2014 National Conference, where we resolved that ranches should be the way out. If you want to do ranch in Lagos, go to Alausa, apply for land, let them give you land and give you conditions under which to operate your ranches. This is the best way. But Miyetti people said no, they want to be roaming cattle about. And this particular government in the last 5 years has been encouraging them in that way. How can we in 2021 be roaming cattle, even in front of our CBN in Abuja? They roam cattle all about. This is not a decent way to do things. Let's behave like civilized human beings. We have proposed amicable settlement, but the Miyetti people said they don't want. And the federal government, unfortunately, is encouraging them to disobey the laws.
But that's when we talk about settling issues, it should be really, or shouldn't it be really about disagreeing to agree?
Yes.
Should it just be about one person proposing and then insisting that this must be the way to go? Isn't it about trying to give a little to the right, as it is said, a little to the left, and then come to the middle to agree?
Like I said earlier on, our governors will not set Monday morning to go and meet Miyetti if you don't want peaceful resolutions. It is Miyetti and their backers who don't want peaceful resolutions, who say it must be their way. Have you not been hearing anything that said they've been living in the forest for 200 years, so no governor can send them away? Okay. Every land that you find in the country is vested in the governor of the state. Why can't they obey the governor of those states? Why must it be their way?
Okay, Mr. Odunmakin,
you cannot say that the shifting must be to their way all the time, not they shifting because they are Fulani. No.
Okay, we hear you. But surely you're expectant that this meeting that's finally holding today will yield some benefits. Because even the issue you mentioned of Miyetti and you seem to be already allocating blame, we're not yet clear who those criminal elements are and who they belong to. So we're hoping to learn something. Are you not hoping to learn something from this meeting that's holding today?
Oh, the meeting, yes, we are hoping to learn something, but it can only confirm some of the things we already know. When Funke Olakune was killed, that's the Papasho's daughter, even with their own Yoruba people who came to Akure was asking, where are the cows? Eventually, we saw the cows and the cow owners. When SARS arrested 4 people who are in court now, they are all Fulanis. Even officials of Miyetti are on trial for our murder. Miyetti people, they don't disguise. They have been claiming responsibility for the killing of people. In January 1, 2018, when they killed 78 people in Benue, they claimed responsibility. And the president called the governor to the villa and asked him to go and find how to live in peace with those who are killing these people. They are not hiding these things. We are not lying against them. We are not just profiling them. And we have not said that every Fulani man is a criminal. But there are a lot of criminals among them who are operating as herdsmen.
That's the danger we're talking about here, being able to differentiate between criminals and those who are earning their living, doing a good work. Because if you don't do that, when you box every person together, there's going to be a problem. Now, still on that line of thought, Northern Elders Forum have weighed in on this issue. Now, that's what we're talking about. They're asking the herders to disobey the order of the governor. Now, this is setting the stage for what one could call division and then polarization. What's your sense? Because, for example, if what the governor does in Ondo State, it could have a spiral effect. Somewhere in the north, somebody does the same thing. Where are we going to?
Well, like I said, we are reasonable human beings. Even in the states where they have introduced Sharia in the north, Sharia is against the Nigerian Constitution. We have not asked our people to disobey the law, the Sharia law, because that's their law which they are operating. Because we are reasonable human beings. But for a group of people who's called the Northern Elders Forum, they are not Northern usual elders inciting their people to disobey constitutional authority. That shows you the level of civility in them to say elders are encouraging their people to disobey law. What type of elders are they?
Okay, let me just ask you this very quickly. Some may say that where the governor of Ondo State shares the same party as the president and yet was not able to bring him to the table, essentially what is happening now should have happened at the first. What hope do you have for the rest of the states where perhaps they are in the opposition party?
Yeah, what you have said now is very, very important. When you have this kind of thing happening in an APC state, and you have the president of Nigeria being the line of first charge of encouraging disobedience to constitutional authority, that gives you, we are in serious danger as a country. When the president will not mind his officials asking herdsmen to disobey constitutional authority, that tells you the kind of leadership that Nigeria has at the moment.
I don't know whether the president asked that, Yinka. Who must be able to correct that. I don't know that the president has asked anybody to disobey constitutional authority. Garba Shehu made a statement. He made a statement. He was talking about the constitutionality of allowing people to freely move. But we will leave it here. Thank you so much for being on Newsday.